Hi, supporters of CUP. I hope that you're doing well, and I know it's crazy. We're getting down to the last, 12 days before the election. I don't know about you, but I've been disappointed with some of our priests. Now, some are great, and they're talking about the preeminent issue of abortion, but we have other priests right now, and they're setting things of equal stature with abortion. And I want to reemphasize what I've put out in a recent newsletter. The three non-negotiables as Catholics for us when we're considering voting are the sanctity of life, the sanctity of marriage, and religious liberty. And when we hear these things about racism, and okay, that is important, but it is not as important as those three issues. And, I'm disappointed with a lot of the priests that are not speaking up on these issues. And we should make our voices heard. But what really just took my breath away yesterday, and I'm sure you saw it, was the release of the comments by Pope Francis for this new film that's going to come out that was filmed in 2019, Francesco, in which he basically said that he believed in the legalization of civil unions for homosexuals. And this is our Pope. This is our Pope that we're talking about here. He is the visible head of Peter. He is supposed to be the person that sets the tone for the Catholic Church. And it's frustrating to me, while I know that they're meaning well with all these bishops that are coming out, and they're saying, well, those were his personal comments. This is our Pope that is coming out and going against our Catholic doctrine. I'm going to read this, and I hate to read it, but it's important that you understand what the Congregation of the Faith put out in 2003. And you can go out there and Google this. It's on the Vatican website. In 2003, under the leadership of Cardinal Joseph Ratzinger, Pope Benedict XVI, and with the direction of Pope John Paul II, the Vatican's Congregation for the Doctrine of Faith taught that respect for homosexual persons cannot lead in any way to approval of homosexual behavior or to the legal recognition of homosexual unions. The common good requires that laws recognize, promote, and protect marriage. Guys, marriage between a man and a woman as the basis of the family, the primary unit of society. Just as a deviation from that, I can't help but think that this has to do a lot with the whole move to socialism and Marxism. We know where our Pope came from. He supported civil unions for homosexual people, where he came from, and now he's bringing it to the whole world for us to see. So let me go on with what was put out by Cardinal. At the time, Cardinal Ratzinger. Legal recognition of homosexual unions, or placing them on the same level as marriage between a man and a woman, would mean not only the approval of deviant behavior with the consequence of making it a model in present-day society, but would also obscure basic values which belong to the common inheritance of humanity. The Church cannot fail to defend these values. Let me repeat that. The Church cannot fail to defend these values. We as Catholics cannot stop defending these values for the good of men and women and for the good of society itself. So the Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith added, calling support for such unions, either from politicians or anyone else, this would include our Pope, okay, is what they termed, quote, gravely immoral. Okay, so now what do we do with this? All right? Because I always believe, you don't just sit on our thumbs. We should be doing something about this. And this requires action. So reach out to your pastor, reach out to your priests. They should be going from the pulpit talking about these issues so that there is absolutely, unequivocally no confusion about, we know that homosexual acts are disordered. It is directly in the catechism. And I'll tell you, my brother, he's homosexual, all right? I had to go back and forth with him. He is, I love him deeply, and I treat him with human dignity, as any person should be treated. But that doesn't mean I don't tell my brother the truth, okay? Because that's what good sisters do, but that's what any good Catholic should do. And so we have to speak truth, and I'm calling on each of you to do that. Speak to your pastor, speak to your priests, and speak to your other friends. Because guess what? Lukewarm Catholics, they're going to read this, and they're going to think it's okay. Guess what? It's not okay. And so I just felt we needed to connect directly and talk about this. If you are at all as upset as I am, share this video with others. God bless you all. In Jesus, we're calling for justice here. We need justice in these times right now. God bless you.